Students, I welcome you all within this online lecture series. Last time we were talking about allotropy. Allotropy. I told you people that this allotropy is actually ability of a chemical element, or it's a tendency of a chemical element by which chemical element can exist in more than one physical state. I told you people that as far as carbon is concerned, carbon shows property of allotropy or property of allotropism. Allotropism. I told you people this allotropy is actually derived from two Greek words. One is allos, meaning many, and trops means forms. That's why I told you people that it's ability of a carbon to exist in more than one physical state. And I told you people that's why carbon shows property of allotropism. And I told you people that carbon is having two important allotropes. One is diamond and another is graphite. And I told you people that one more allotrope of the carbon have been discovered recently, and that is Buckminster fullerene. Buckminster fullerene. Its certain properties are yet to be discovered as far as this very allotrope of the carbon is concerned. So as far as this graphite and diamond is concerned, I told you people that in the previous lecture that on the basis of physical properties we can differentiate these two allotropes of the carbon like diamond and graphite. They are having, I told you people in the previous lecture that they are having identical chemical properties or similar chemical properties, but they have different physical properties. As far as this diamond, two allotropes of the carbon are concerned, that's diamond and graphite. I told you people that this diamond and graphite, the moment we have to differentiate this diamond from the graphite, we have to see the physical properties of the diamond and the graphite. Because as far as chemical properties are concerned, they have the same chemical composition. That means they are wholly or solely made up of carbon atoms. That's why they are having the same chemical composition. And as far as the physical properties are concerned, I told you people these physical properties are actually measurable properties. Measurable properties or easily detectable properties. Easily detectable properties by which we can differentiate these two allotropes of the carbon. One is diamond, another is graphite. I told you people we have some 5 fundamental physical properties, like we have size, we have shape, we have color, we have melting point, we have boiling point. And I told you people that these are fundamental properties by which we can differentiate diamond from the graphite on the basis of size, on the basis of shape, on the basis of color, on the basis of melting point, on the basis of boiling point. These are some basic characteristic physical properties. And from these physical properties we can differentiate diamond from the graphite. Let's differentiate these two, diamond and graphite, on the basis of their physical property. This is diamond, this is graphite. As far as diamond is concerned, this is colorless. Colorless, first physical property of the diamond. This is colorless, this is opaque. This is grayish black. We can differentiate two allotropes of the carbon on the basis of their physical properties. I told you people these are the physical properties are actually the measurable properties. Measurable properties by which we can differentiate these allotropes of the carbon. I told you people it's the ability of a carbon by which carbon can exist in more than one physical state. It's a two physical state. There are two physical states of the carbon. One is diamond and another is graphite. One is colorless, diamond is colorless, and this graphite is grayish black. The second property is transparent. This diamond is transparent, and as far as graphite is concerned, This is opaque. As far as transparent is concerned, you might have heard this. Transparent means in which light can pass easily. As far as diamond is concerned, is transparent in nature. That means light can easily pass through the diamond. And same is the case with this graphite. Graphite is opaque. That means it does not, I can say, allow the light to pass through. Third property, it's hard. Rather hardest natural substance known. Hardest natural substance known. And as far as graphite is concerned, this is soft and slippery to touch. Slippery to touch. Slippery to touch means you might have seen soap. That's slippery to touch. Same is the case with soaps having one property, they are slippery to touch. Same is the case with this graphite. This graphite is also slippery to touch. And this third property is hardest natural substance known, and this is soft and slippery to touch. And the fourth property, as far as diamond is concerned, this diamond is bad conductor of electricity. Bad conductor of electricity. That means it does not conduct electricity as far as diamond is concerned, because it's very hardest natural substance known. And this very point I will make you explain in the structure of the diamond. As far as graphite is concerned, it's a good conductor of heat and electricity. Good conductor of heat and electricity. These were some observable, easily measurable or easily detectable changes by which we can differentiate one allotrope of the carbon from the another. One is colorless, another is grayish black, another is transparent. This diamond is transparent, this graphite is opaque, this is hard, this is soft, and its hardest natural substance known. And one more property is having extraordinary brilliance. Extraordinary brilliance. Extraordinary brilliance or chamak. That means this diamond is shiny in nature. Shiny, rather lustrous in nature. That's why this diamond is a good reflector of light. It's good reflector of light because of the lustrous nature of this diamond. And as far as this graphite is concerned, it's having, I can say, as far as graphite is concerned, it's not having extraordinary brilliance. Not having extraordinary brilliance. Extraordinary brilliance. As far as this diamond is concerned, it's colorless, transparent, hardest natural substance known, bad conductor of electricity. And this very point, these 2 points, good conductor of electricity as far as graphite is concerned, and bad conductor of electricity as far as diamond is concerned, we have to discuss in the structure of the diamond and graphite. The moment we will, I can say, discuss structure of the diamond and the graphite, and in that very lecture I will tell you why this diamond is bad conductor of electricity and why this graphite is good conductor of electricity. I just gave you the brief description between the diamond and the graphite on the basis of physical properties. These physical properties of easily detectable changes by which we can distinguish diamond and graphite on the basis of their physical properties. Were some of the physical properties by which we can differentiate between diamond and graphite. In the next lecture, we will study their structure. We will study structure of diamond and structure of the graphite in the next lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz, stay at your homes and stay safe. Thank you for watching this.